In June of 2007, South Suburban College instructor Herman Stark was invited to give a presentation to the faculty and students of Moscow State University about his research paper, Fact or Fiction, which is more important for the pursuit of truth.
And the paper begins by examining the nature of facts, where a fact basically means correspondence between a sentence or a belief or a thought and the world. So if I believe that there's a chair in the next room, then that belief is true if in fact out there in the world in the next room there's a chair.
Herman's previous work has been printed in philosophy and science journals. For this particular paper, Moscow State University found Herman's essay online and was intrigued by the subject. For this essay, he researched his lifelong interest in literature and fascination with science to pursue truth, and he tried to see how the two realms relate. Drawing from some of the great Russian writers like Tolstoy and Dostoevsky and current media outlets, Herman was able to juxtapose the so-called truths of fact and fiction.
I began to show how great literature, certain instances of literature, for example, the Russian novelist Dostoevsky, is not at all interested in entertainment. He's interested in the truth about the human condition, and that's what's going on in his work, in his fiction, in his literature. And on the other hand, facts, at least at the journalistic level or the media level of pop culture, can, what should I say, degenerate into mere entertainment at times. And so the pursuit of facts can sometimes be nothing but a mere distraction from the problems of everyday life.
It's an honor to receive this sort of international invitation, and Herman is taking advantage of this opportunity to continue his research.
The general reason, though, for presenting is because this is a way to test my research, to test my ideas. Feedback is what I look for. So over the years, I've had a habit of presenting papers both in the United States and abroad so that I can get critical feedback from my audience.
Herman has had the privilege to give presentations for previous essays in Paris, Poland, Slovenia, and the former Yugoslavia. When he has a new research paper for the public to review, he tries to obtain as much feedback as possible to help his paper become more acceptable.
The experience of giving a presentation is both enjoyable and it's a part of my research. I don't look at presenting my work as presenting a finished product. Rather, I look at the presentation of my work as a step toward the ultimate finished product.
Ideas, thoughts, and convictions are held by every person, but Herman takes the extra step to give these presentations, like this one in Russia, to bring credibility to his work.
Anyone can have an idea or an opinion, but what counts are ideas that are justifiable or have support that can withstand scrutiny.
Traveling between the colorful, visitor-friendly St. Petersburg, home of the famous Hermitage Museum, and the dynamic, brooding city of Moscow, he experienced some unfamiliar occurrences.
I had to carry my passport with me all the time. I had to carry a little sheet of paper that had a stamp on it when I entered the country, and I was told I would not be able to leave the country if I lost this little scrap of paper. And it was literally a scrap of paper. And so I was not used to having to carry around all these documents.
Although the Cold War has been over for a number of years, Herman was still amazed to be in Russia.
It was very odd being in Red Square, marching through the Kremlin. I'm old enough to remember growing up in the Cold War at the tail end of it. And it was a bit uncanny to be there in Red Square right outside of St. Basil's looking toward the Kremlin and thinking that I'm here after I thought for most of my childhood I'd never be in Russia.
As exciting as his experience in Russia was, Herman knows that without the help of the South Suburban College Foundation, this trip would not have been possible.
Without the foundation, I could have not had the research career that I've been able to enjoy in my time at South Suburban College. The foundation and the college have been tremendously supportive of the presentations and publications that I've been able to produce.